Hi everyone, welcome back to Sales Sold Success.
Good
I'm
morning.
Allie.
I'm Lauren. Hope y'all are enjoying this lovely fall weather. I know I am.
Yes. Get to wear long sleeves now.
Yes. Ready to switch up the outfits.
Alright, so today is going to be a little different. I think it's going to be a little fun and interesting and hopefully entertaining. Today we're going to talk about behind the scenes of a realtor.
Yep.
So
sharing our stories about things that have happened because I'm sure you're all very curious.
So I'll start us off. So I'll start with a fun one.
Oh, and we do not know what the questions are that we've come up with. So hopefully there's no repeats. But yeah, it might take us a little minute to think about a response. So just so you know.
All right, first question. How many different animals have you encountered on showings?
Ooh.
Not including a dog or a cat.
Oh, not include. Okay, well that's fine. So actually, one of my most recent showings, they had a chinchilla.
I have not had that one.
A chinchilla. I'm pretty sure they had a sugar glider, and they had all kinds of lizards and stuff. It was the whole room.
What is a sugar glider?
It's kind of like a little squirrel-looking thing.
Was it in a cage?
Yeah, they were in cages.
And this was all one house?
Yes, all in one room. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, they had cats and dogs, too.
Did you have the buyer? Was it a showing?
It was a showing,
Did you know before you walked in?
No, we did not. Well, I think we knew about the cat because in one of the pictures on the listing, I think it was either in one of the pictures or you could see like a cat tree or something. Well, I knew there was going to be a cat. We did not know about all of the other caged animals in this one bedroom that we went in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good one.
I have had houses that I walked in and it's kind of like iffy as you open the doors, like what is going to be in this room. I have had a groundhog.
Oh.
Up close. Like
inside the house?
No, not inside the house.
Oh,
we were standing inside the door and there was a wood pile out there and it just jumped on top of the wood pile.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it was huge. So
that's fun.
That was fun.
One house I walked in smelled like cedar shavings, and it's because they had guinea pigs, so that was kind of different.
Well, at least all these are caged. Mine
They
were
were
not caged.
They were caged, all inside and caged, yes. Minus dogs and cats.
I have walked into one house that had like a bunny rabbit, iguana, and it was a puppy. I mean, it was a dog. But it was literally about to have babies.
Oh, goodness.
So that was kind of crazy. I know it's a dog, but still, like, there was a fan on it and everything. Like, it was panting.
Labor.
I was like, let's get out of here
Hurry
before we see this.
That is funny. That was a good one, Allie.
Yeah, I've ran into snakes. Have you not did snakes yet?
There have been snakes. Well, not outside. I haven't seen any outside. Snakes in cages, yes.
Oh no, that is a fear of mine. Every time I see an aquarium, I'm like,
oh, what's in there? There were all kinds of crickets jumping around, and the one with the bearded lizards and stuff. I was like, oh, hurry up, we don't need to look in here anymore. And my clients were like, oh gosh, I want to save them. But yeah, and then in one house there was like a super old senior feline, like a cat. I mean, mangy as all get out. He looked like he was 18, but so sweet. He followed us around everywhere. So I do love encountering most animals on showings. But okay, my turn. Have you ever worked with a client who made you uncomfortable?
Yes.
Ooh.
You want me to tell you why?
Yeah, that's the whole point of it.
So I went to one. It was way out. It might have been way out in Reidsville or somewhere around there, like out in the country. Okay, first time meeting this client, and I'm walking around this house with him, and then I realized he has a gun on his hip, and he didn't tell me about it. So I was a little nervous.
Was he a police officer?
No,
like off duty. Oh,
not that I am aware of. No. And I barely had signal, but I mean, it was okay. It worked out.
I mean, hopefully it was for your protection. Like my husband carries, so I don't know if I would be as nervous.
Well,
he carries concealed, so that might be even worse. Because, I mean, you never know.
Well, yeah, this one was it was concealed. I just saw it when he bent over.
Okay.
How about you?
I have not worked with a client personally, but the text messages and the DMs that we get are really creepery, you know. Like, I got a text just last night asking about wanting to see my listings, and I was like, well, first they called and they left a message, and I ignored it.
Called you.
Mm-hmm. And then they texted me, and I said, well, the only listing I have currently is under contract, so I don't know what listings you're referring to, but I don't have anything to show you. And then they proceeded to say that someone referred them, which I was gonna ask who referred, but I didn't even respond after finding out that they were also a massage therapist and land developer and
personal trainer.
Personal trainer, yes.
She sent me the text.
I did. I was like, y'all. And I've gotten even more strange ones than that too, like wanting to FaceTime me. Will you talk to me? Will you say this to me? Yeah, really creepy, disgusting. But those have all been, you know, I was able to block or delete or, you know.
Yeah,
but,
we get all.
But no, all of my clients, thank the Lord, have been wonderful, and I've worked with all different walks of life, you know, widows, first-time home buyers, single moms, married couples, you know, everything in between. But they've all been wonderful. So thankfully, it's just been on my phone.
Yeah. And he was fine, but it just made me a little nervous.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know about it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And it was just me and him out in the middle of
it. Oh, yeah. And you never met him.
And that would be...
That could be unnerving for sure. Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. My second question is, what is one thing you never thought you would do as an agent before you got in the business?
Oh, goodness. What is one thing I never thought I'd have to do?
I can go.
Okay, you go first.
All right. So this is recent. You know which one I'm going to say. I went to Lake Norman area in North Carolina, which is about an hour and 10 minutes away from here. Mm-hmm. And we went and looked at a house that had one way in, one way out. The only other way out is by boat. And I don't own a boat, nor did I have it with me. So we saw the house, and then I went to leave, and in the 40 minutes we were at the house, a power line, a pole broke over the road. That was the only way out.
Crazy.
So we sat there and waited for 3 hours until they lifted the Duke power, pulled the lines up. Like, they didn't even fix it yet. They just pulled the lines up so we could go up under safely and leave. But yes, so I was sitting there for 3 hours.
Ugh,
with no signal.
that's
Again,
awful.
Everything happens with no signal.
Yeah, I mean, I've driven out in the boonies for some things, but nothing too crazy has happened. I guess I never imagined. So I went in this one house. I was showing a client the home, and I'd gotten there first, and there was another realtor there who had the showing either before me or after me, and we went in, and there was a dog in a kennel. Well, I guess the owner came home and just threw it in the kennel real quick before the showing and didn't bother to walk around because the dog had pooped all over the house.
All over the house before?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so she and I were like, oh my gosh, what do we do? What do we do? We can't, like, bring our clients in here with this dog poop. So here we are cleaning up dog poop. That's not our dog. At least I wasn't alone, and we were both laughing about it later, but we were like, oh my gosh, the things you do. And then, oh yeah, flushing toilets in that house too. Gross. But I mean, you don't want your client to see. You don't want to see that. You definitely don't want your client to see it. So between flushing commodes and picking up dog poop in that house, thankfully my client was like, yeah, I don't really like it. And I was like, okay, good, let's go. After I cleaned up someone else's dog's poop. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a good one.
Yeah, I didn't think that would happen, but
nope.
You know, the things you do for your client.
Right.
Okay, So as realtors, we get pretty close, I'd say, to a lot of our clients because you work with them for sometimes months and months and months and months on end.
Yes.
So with that being said, what is the most TMI thing a client has shared with you? That you're like, oh gosh, please don't tell me this. I really don't want to know.
Well, I haven't had, all of mine have been like relationship.
Yeah.
Telling me all about their relationship that I don't really need to
Want to
know, nor am I responding to what you're saying.
Yeah.
So.
Just relationship-y issues.
Yes.
Yeah. That would probably be mine too. One house, I was helping them buy one home and sell one home, and the wife shared with me that, I mean, I felt like they were on the verge of divorce, and I was like, oh my gosh, please wait until after we sell your house and you buy this house, and then y'all can go your separate ways. But it just really tugs at my heart too, because you know, they get emotional, and you care about them, and so you're like, oh gosh, let me hug you.
You have to be supportive,
right?
But I don't give my advice.
Yeah, no. All I said was, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. I hope things get better. If there's anything I can do, but don't ask me. Let me know, but really don't let me know. I mean, mostly stuff like that, as well. But they share all kinds of things with you. You become a therapist, a realtor, a therapist. Yeah. I mean, we talk every day. And then once you're under contract and inspections are over and stuff, then it's like, you don't hear from them for a while. And you're like, hey, I miss talking to you. What's going on? But yeah.
All right. So my last one is, what is one thing that you must do to be successful as a real estate agent?
Ooh.
If you pick one thing.
Oh gosh.
I know there's a lot, but
communication.
Yeah.
You have got to be very good at communicating. I think that's the number one thing. I mean, that's our job. Communicating with the client, communicating with the lender, communicating with the attorney, communicating with the other agent.
Everything together.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't,
then you're not going to be successful.
Hold it. That's how everything is held together, And if you are not good at doing that, then it's going to fall apart.
Yeah. Well, mine's kind of a piggyback off that. I just make sure to follow up.
That too, big time. Yeah.
All right, you got one last question?
I do.
Uh-oh.
It's a fun one.
It's the finale.
It is. Save the best. I don't know if it's the best one. I liked the animal one. But what is the most odd request you've had a client make? Either something that they're looking for when they're buying, or something that they want to do when they're selling.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was working with a client one time, and they wanted to take all of their plants and bushes and trees from their backyard with them. Yes.
Before they list it.
No, because they wanted to buy first and then list. So they wanted, they had grown these things, and I get it. You spend a lot of time caring for these plants and trees and things, but I was like, okay, well, I was like, well, we have to make sure that we disclose that, and you have to plan on replacing it with something. You can't just leave holes all in your yard. But yeah, that was interesting. Yeah.
I don't have one. I've had to do crazy stuff for my clients. Like, my buyer got delayed in closing, but he had already delivered the food delivery service to his condo.
Oh.
So it wasn't his condo yet, but the food was outside the door, and he didn't inform me until 5 days after it was delivered.
So it was bad.
So it was leaking
like
and
a HelloFresh.
smelly.
Oh
yes.
gosh.
So, and it was a big box.
Yeah.
So I had to go up to like the 6th floor of this condo on the elevator, grab this stinky box, come out and put it in my vehicle, and then throw it in the dumpster.
Yeah, the things we do. We care a lot about y'all clients. We do. We will do almost anything for you.
We're not burying any bodies.
No burying of bodies, no covering up crimes.
We have to follow the rules.
Yes, but we will do what we can. So, well, this has been fun.
Yes.
I hope you all have enjoyed our stories today. And if you have any other questions or want to hear any more stories, give us a shout out and let us know. But we hope you enjoy this Monday. Hopefully it's not too manic. And we'll talk to y'all soon.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.